Hello, this is Steven and yes, we're back with another Batman 66 episode review, and today we'll be reviewing the episode Pop Goes the Joker. So without further ado, let's hop into the review. We begin our episode at a Gotham art museum where Alfred is there to procure a painting for Master Bruce. Whilst there, he's looking around the Joker and two henchmen pop up and they start vandalizing the pictures. Alfred then secretly uses the opportunity to go and place a phone call to Wayne Manor, where Anne Harriet picks up the phone, tells Bruce about a picture called The Laughing Man, and Bruce and Dick said to have a look at it in the study. It doesn't take Bruce long to figure out that it's a coded message from Alfred saying that the Joker is back. They then head down the Batpole's opening credit. Batman and Robin then arrive at the museum where they end up fighting the Joker and his goons to quickly knock him out. And just as they're about to arrest him, the artist of the painting says that the paintings that Joker has so-called vandalized has actually improved them and said this is true pop art. As a result, they have no real legal reason to actually apprehend him, considering that he's just increased the value of the paintings and they were forced to leave. This infuriates Batman and Robin to quite a degree, including the police. And they find it even more mind-boggling when they find out that the Joker has just entered into a local art contest, and of course Gordon does inform Batman of it, but they don't get his gain since there's no cash prize involved. The next day, Bruce and Dick go to the art competition where they see the Joker and several artist contests do the competition, where basically they're given a few minutes to create their own painting. The Joker pretty only uses a blank canvas, and surprisingly, his art project wins. With that, he then pronounces that he is going to open up a art school. But, of course, only rich millionaires are allowed to join. So, Bruce, seeing the opportunity and clearly seeing what Joker's game is, decides to go undercover at the museum and says that he, just wants to be an artist, join the art school. We then see the Joker, along with several female millionaires, along with Bruce, doing their latest sculpture. And here we see Joker go around complimenting them, and essentially infuriating his ego that he is an artist. But just as he goes to Bruce gives him a few, I guess you call them zingers, and I do get a bit of a smirk out of it. But just before you know it, the Joker orders his own goons to come in and holds everyone hostage, and essentially he plans to ransom them off for a large sum of money. If he doesn't get any, they will die. Gordon then quickly is notified about it, probably because of Joker, and calls up Batman, but instead he gets Robin. Robin, realizing the situation, goes there by himself and ends up getting into a fist fight with Joker and his goons, but Bruce ends up helping, so we actually get to see Bruce fight. But of course, since this is the first part, Robin ends up getting essentially knocked unconscious and Bruce getting apprehended. Robin is then taken to essentially a death trap where all these blades are to go around and essentially cut him open, with Bruce helplessly tied to a chair and forced to watch the ordeal. And that's where we end our episode. Okay, I like the little bit where Alfred gives a call to Bruce, and essentially we don't get the usual scene where Gordon gets the call. Batman is very different. Also like how Batman got humiliated when fighting the Joker, and as a result, he can't really do anything, and we get to see more Bruce and Dick in this episode, which I really like. And it's interesting to see Robin fight with Bruce rather than with Batman. It's really funny. Well, actually not funny, but very interesting. And it also, I like the idea when it's clearly saying that, like the Joker is infuriating the Joker's ego. We're thinking that he's made Batman afraid of him. It's very fun and interesting. Of course, we have to talk about Joker. Cesar Romero is owning this role. And I'd like to consider that so far this is a really good episode. Joker meddling with art is something that is very common, that definitely works with Joker, and the fact that his little essentially prank turns into this where he suddenly has produced such great works of art does inflate his ego, and I really like Cesar Romero because of that. I really feel that this is arguably so far a really good start to a really good episode. Pop Goes the Joker is for me a really fun and entertainable episode. The idea of Joker with art and manipulating it to make himself look like a big artist. I also like how it started off. Joker wasn't up to some huge nefarious plan. He was really just, I guess you could say, was just after something to essentially impute, entertain himself. But he saw the opportunity to cause more chaos and essentially more randomness. He took the opportunity, which I really like. And also like how we get to spend more time with Bruce in this episode than we do with Batman. Robin's death trap is pretty interesting, and I think honestly, this is a really good script that really works with Cesar Romero's incarnation of the Joker. And I think that nothing else can be said more about it. There we have it. Pop Goes the Joker. Join us next time in the next episode, in the second part of this adventure. So this is the Steven Hour, and until next time, join us in the same Steven Hour, the same Steven channel. Ladies and gentlemen, so long for now.